Come on in, friends. We're going to get started in just a few moments. Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate you all being here. Let me set up my camera, my screens. Get started in a second, friends. As you guys know, I am about to go live. The screen just said, hey, you're live. That's what you just heard, the bell. It's like, hey, you're live, come on in. So thank you all for joining, I appreciate you. We're gonna get started in just a few seconds. I know YouTube takes a minute for my friends to come in the room, so I appreciate you all coming through. Let me know if you have any questions. Appreciate everybody coming in to the live. We'll get started in a second. It's been a busy day for your friend. Busy morning, but it is all good, friends. Let me get everything situated here. And then I got a couple things to talk about, and I'm gonna try, you guys know I try to be efficient. And so I got homework, I got a lot of homework. So I got homework to do, so I'm gonna try my best to be efficient, talk and chat. I know some of you guys might be coming into the live and you have questions. I want you guys to ask questions. I tell you that all the time to make sure you are taking advantage of the information I'm sharing, and hopefully you are able to get your questions answered, okay? So I want you guys to feel like you know what you're talking about, you can do it. I want you to go live. I want you to feel confident and at ease going live, friends. That's what this is all about. And so we're going to continue to keep growing. This is our growth season. I say that all the time. We are growing. Okay, so just know that you can grow and you can do this. And there is nothing that you're not capable of. Okay, so just know that all things are possible if you just believe in yourself and trust in your higher power. Okay, so thank you all for coming through. We're gonna get to chatting. I try to use different titles, so that's a new way of me sharing out my live. Hopefully it will become optimized because people are seeing the new title, and I'm sharing that information so you in turn can no fear. I will send you $500 donation. No fear. That is an awesome name, friend. Come on in with that name. No fear. Perfect timing. That's what this live is all about. No fear, friend. Okay, it's time to go live. We ain't scared. We ain't afraid. Thank you for commenting. Let me say this. So if you are joining my live, thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you comment like No Fear did, but don't do what No Fear put in the chat, but make sure you comment. And then also make sure you subscribe. If you haven't done that, click the subscriber button, and also click that bell so you get notifications of when I go live and when I post content. So I'm going to be ramping up my content soon. I'm going to try to get on a better schedule of getting some content pushed out, especially in long form videos and some shorts. But in the meantime, this is a playlist. Everything I do here becomes part of a playlist. So if there's something I say, you're like, that lady said something in her live, you can go back to my playlist, look at that live, and we want you to watch, so watch the live, and that way you can get the information I'm sharing. So please do that, and if you are still here, go ahead and like the live, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to be talking really quickly here because, like I said, I got a lot of homework. I am officially an agency on TikTok, so I'm talking about that quite a bit. I'm in the boot camp phase of this, learning all the resources and materials and stuff, and get a little sneak behind the curtain of how things operate. So especially when it comes to live streaming. So I'm going to bring that to here to support you all and make sure you guys are getting the information you need as well. So feel free, like I said, to like the live, comment, and subscribe. And then again, make sure you put comments. It's a professional live. We're talking about things that matter when it comes to engaging your audience, talking about monetization. So please be 18 years or older and make sure you comment on topic, okay? And if you have questions, let me know, because I mean, I do pay attention to my YouTube friends. I see y'all comments. Some of the comments I acknowledge and some I do not, like my friend No Fear, but I like the name. So we're gonna leave a comment in there because it has a great name. The name is No Fear, okay? But at the end of the day, I want you guys not to have a fear about this. This is what it's all about. It's your time to go live. That's what the topic is all about. And so you can do it and you don't have to be afraid, nervous, shy, scared, introverted, all the things that we say to ourselves that we are, and that keeps us from doing what we are destined to do, friends. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. We're going to get started in a second. RG, hi, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. Let me know where you're from. Also put that in the chat so we can start building community, friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all joining. Like I said, if you have questions, we're gonna talk about going live. I want to make sure you guys go live now that I am officially I'm still going through some of the training, but I'm officially a TikTok live host agency. So essentially it's called the Creator Network Program. So Live Creator Networks is what I support, creators that are going live that are essentially live hosts, and they are building their community. So I support you in an official TikTok capacity now. So let me know if you have any questions. So like I said, make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. And then what I'm going to do, we talked about this earlier in my live, and I'm going to do a part 2, but I am going to continue to go live, so that is not going to change. I'm going to continue to go live, and I am going to continue to offer guidance and support on the live strategy. I may offer a little bit more surrounding TikTok, as you know, with the agency piece of it, but also just letting you know, understanding some of the things you want to do to build your audience and build your community. And that overlaps any live stream, essentially. I will like and subscribe. Thank you so much, RG. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you for engaging, too. That's what matters. Thank you all who are saying hello in the chat. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And like I said, this channel is, I'm going to continue to do this, y'all. I'm not, the whole co-streaming to me, this is just an ability for me to reach YouTube and have content over here, especially since I'm telling similar stuff about live streaming. Annalise, oh, I love that. Appreciate you, friend. Annalise, you are 18, aren't you? Oh, no, 18 or older. You don't have to tell me your age, but you say yes if you are. But if you're not, this is probably not the channel for you, just because we want to make sure we are mindful of minors being on the live stream. And I'm talking about monetization. I'm talking about live streaming. I don't want to influence in that way. So, but with that, make sure that so I make sure that this is posted content for people to go and get information from. And then obviously, again, since I'm talking about, you said my age is 8 years old. Okay, you can't be on this chat, friend. I appreciate you, but this is not the right live for you. Let me know if you're joking, but if you aren't, I have to say goodbye for tonight, for now. But with that being said, make sure that you're able to go back and look at the live recordings too. So that's what this is going to do. And I'll have that available for anyone who wants to see that. And obviously I'll promote that again to the TikTok community so that they can go back and see these recordings as well. So let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all being here. We'll continue to talk and chat, and we will continue to support each other too. So in the meantime, let me, my daughter's sending comments. Let me go here to the chat. We're about to go live in a second. So there we go. And then thank you so much for being here, everybody. Appreciate you. All right, we're about to go live. Thank you so much. Hello. Hello, I don't know what that was for. It said a click defined. I'm not sure what that was. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Something that popped up on the screen. I was like, what does that mean? More likes gonna track. Keep it up. By notifying viewers of your live. Thank you so much, friends. Come on in. We're gonna be talking and chatting. We're going live. How you doing, Miss Darlene? Thank you so much for joining the live. I appreciate your friend. How's everything going on your way? How's everything going your way? How is it? You're on your other account. Now, this account, what did we find out about this account? Does this account have shop yet? Are you actually doing shop yet? Let me know if you are. I had somebody, thank you so much for that fan club. I had somebody come in who messaged me. So, I tell you guys all the time, there are people who are listening. They're waiting for you. Good evening. Appreciate your friend. There are people who are listening, and they're in the shadows. They're in the shadows, and they're getting this good information. And they had to message me. They was like, "Look here, I have some questions." I have some questions. Can you answer my questions? I'm going to tell you right now. So you never know who is listening and who is coming in trying to get some support. And that's what I'm here for. Okay. So I will tell you guys, keep it up. Keep it up. If you are thinking like it is no need for me to do this, no one's listening to me, people aren't engaging, they will message you, friends. They will message you because they listening. They may not come into the room and make their presence known, but they listening. So I'm here for you all. Thank you so much for coming in, friends. Like I said, I want to make sure you guys are getting support. So we're going to get to chatting and talking. I'm sitting on the other screen real quick so I can do some support. Appreciate you all. How you doing, Luna? How you doing, Coach Rhonda? Did but I did get my stand store started. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that's right. You did tell me that. Awesome, awesome. I think one of your comments, did it get filtered? Good evening. No shop yet. That's what you said. No shop yet, but you got your stand store started. That's good. That's good. You worry about your health right now, though. I know that's the priority. I know you are just getting back to a space where you're feeling a little bit more like yourself again. So I don't want you to rush it. I need you to kind of feel full and recovered. Obviously, it doesn't take a lot to be on your phone and resting, but at the same time, I don't want you to do a whole lot of movement and getting yourself all worked up when it comes to shop. Shop is a thing. I'm going to talk about shop a little bit because hello, everybody. Hello, everybody in the room. I appreciate you all coming through. Thank you so much, my friends who are new. If you're new, just say hello, Dr. Lisa. I'm new to your room. I'm totally fine with saying hello and connecting with folks. So what I will say is that I'm going to talk about shop a little bit because that was actually the message that I got from somebody. She was asking, and I jokingly said, you never know who is listening because people can be listening to you all over. They are, hey Luna, they are all over. They can listen to you from the search bar and not even be out there. You wouldn't know they're there. Or they can be listening to you because they are swiping through and your live comes across their feed. Or they can be listening to you because they decide to tap in and they're in the room and they're like, I ain't gonna say nothing, but I'm in the room. Hello, friend. I'm new to your room. Thank you so much, finally, friend. How you doing, friend? That's a great name. That's a great name. Look at you. Finally free 30. Love it, love it, love it. Now, the only thing I'm gonna give you some feedback on, I'm gonna give you a little feedback, friend. You still got the username as your username with all the numbers. And so the username is your unique identity. Obviously, that's the name that TikTok gave you when they originally started your account. So you want to create a username that is unique to who you are, not user with all the numbers. Because when they banned you, they turn you back to the user with all the numbers. So you kind of want to get rid of that so that you have your unique page and people can search for you. And if they ever need to find you or look for you, they can use that username to find you effectively and not have to remember user with all the numbers to do it. And it also depends on what you're trying to do with your page when it comes to like if you're trying to do TikTok shop. I said I was going to talk about that a little bit. Oh, thank you for the follow. And so, hello, Miss Coach Miss Jessie. I see you, friend. So, here's the caveat to this, and I want you to know this is probably going to happen. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it just happens this way because I've only changed my username once. So I'm gonna explain what happened to me, and just know that it is a thing. And I don't think there's a workaround. I think you're supposed to change. Well, let me say that differently. You should probably change your nickname first. I did a video about this. Change your nickname first because you're going to change your name first, even if you change it to exact same thing that you have there. Change it first, then click the username to change that. I don't think it will mess up what you put for your nickname because the system is going to say, okay, well, your nickname was just changed, so you got to wait 7 days to change it. So when you go in and change your username, it shouldn't impact your nickname. If you do the reverse, it will impact your nickname. It will default your nickname to lowercase whatever you put for the username. Been there, done that about a month ago. That happened to me. So I do want you to change your username, but like I said, when you go to do it, do the nickname first. It could be exactly what you got, but just do it so the system recognizes that you're changing it, and then change your username to whatever you choose to change it to. So that's my tip for you for the morning or for the afternoon. Will you have a live that explains how your agency will support these jobs? You know I will. You know I will. How you doing, Five Island? Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You said, wait a minute, let's cut to the chase, Dr. Lisa. Let's get to what's important. You sitting up here talking about username and stuff. Let's get to what is really important, friend. I appreciate you for asking that. So the answer is yes. So what your friend is doing right now is I am in the throes of training boot camp, and so I'm doing their online boot camp and making sure my systems are set up. The application is actually active. I have not posted it, so there is an active application out there. You said I'm great. How you doing? How you doing, Soda? How you doing, Sarah? Appreciate you all coming through. And so it is active. I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna do a soft launch on Thursday. So I have today, tomorrow to get my ducks in a row. So I'm gonna do a soft launch on Thursday. Um, my thinking is that because I'm doing that soft launch, I'm gonna use that as a way to kind of bring people in, but also look into the system and check on people's status, see who's approved, who's not. Sarah, wink, wink to you. This might be a good time for you to let me know. Yeah, you say great. This might be a good time for you to fall into that situation to see where you stand. And I can see what the system says about you. I can't check in advance, I don't think. So that's why I said Thursday will be my soft launch to play around with applications. As I get applications, I can see what the status is for people. And then Friday is my full launch. So that way I can, again, kind of know what to expect when Friday hits. Wait, soft launch of the agency. So agency was approved. I am a TikTok creator network agency. My, so I shared it at my 10 o'clock. Shared in my 10 o'clock live that I officially changed my website, my profile to. I had to change it to business, y'all. I had to grieve a little bit. I'm no longer a personal account. I'm a business account. I had to switch to business, and then yes. So now when you go to my profile, you said perfect. So now when you go to my profile, you'll actually see under my name it says Live Creator Networks. So it's there. Now I didn't activate the link. I haven't posted the link yet because I need to. Coach Miss Jessie, what you sent was helpful, and I saw what she did. So I'm gonna tell you what she did in a second. Oh wow, that's awesome! Congrats! Thank you so much, Soda. I saw your page. Yes, yes, it's out there, friends. I am official. I just need to make the link public. Like I said, I'm gonna hold off on putting it on there until Thursday. I'm trying to discern what I'm gonna do. I may just put the link initially. I think I'm gonna end up creating. So what she did, just so that you know, for the person you sent me, Coach Miss Jessie knows who I'm talking about. Sending you a message now. You're so funny. I'm gonna send you a message now. All right, friend. All right. You saw it too. Appreciate you, Miss Darlene. So, what she did, what that person did, the live agency you sent me as an example, and I need to research a few others. They actually tell you to research other people's setup. Um, so with that one, they actually have two pages. So it looked as if one page was still the personal page. So like my page, like if I wanted to keep it personal, and then they linked their business page, which is the agency page. Same name. Both of them had the same name. Usernames are unique. You know, I just told you, usernames is your unique identity. So usernames are like slightly off by like, I gotta go back and look. It might have been like a number difference or something like that. They put like a one or something at the end. But with that being said, it was linked to this other page. I saw people doing that, and I should have thought about doing that when I was thinking about changing my creating a new. I could have created a business account. I could have created another account that was just for the business, kept my current page the way it was, and then link the business page. I could have done that. And to a certain extent, I may do that in the future. I may do that. I could still go back and do that. That's not the thing. I have to wait. I think I have to wait like 30 days to do it. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I think that could have been a good idea, a good strategy just to separate the two and still keep this. I don't know if I would have maintained this page though. You know what I'm saying? That's something else to maintain. So I don't know. I think it worked the way it was supposed to work. I'll keep being messaged by scammy sounding agencies. Ooh, soda. Yes. Soda. You said scammy sounding. So hey, I have learned through this process. Do your research. I'm always going to tell y'all, do your research. I always lead with that. Do your research. But what I will say is, oh, TikTok being nice, they gave me a flash code. Why do I think TikTok would frown on that? You did that right, the right. I think so too. That's funny you say that. I guess I was kind of thinking too, like, is that the way to do it? I actually, it's funny. That's the way I thought about it. It's like, I don't know if that was the best way. TikTok gave me a flash code of roses. Yes, TikTok. TikTok said, I'm going to be nice to you this afternoon. TikTok said I was not nice to you earlier today, but we'll be nice now. Thank you so much, you all. Appreciate the flash call. I appreciate the support, friends. TikTok was not nice earlier. They gave me that heart me like an hour into the live. It was not right. Like everybody came in and gave their daily heartbeat. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate y'all. So yeah, I agree, Luna. You said I missed it. Did you? Everybody got in before you. You did great. Thank you so much. um, yeah, I would agree with you because that to me kind of felt like confusing. I think I felt confused by it, and I also felt like the algorithm, the way because the names are exactly the same pages, and I tell you guys, you got to be careful about that too. But yeah, I just thought it was like not a good idea to do it that way. So we'll see if I decide to change it in the future, I can, but I'm not going to do it initially. It may pay off in the end because, like I said, the agencies also have to make sure they stay in good standing with TikTok as well. So you don't want to get your agency in trouble. You don't want to get any violations. You want to make sure you're in good standing. So it's important for you to also make sure that you essentially stay compliant so your page doesn't get banned or anything like that. So you just got to be careful. So with that, my if this is my primary, I just for that reason I'm kind of thinking like maybe I should have separated them, maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I can go back and always change that if I needed to, and unlink it and then link it to another page. So that is quite possible. Friends, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello. Okay, Five Island. I'm gonna keep you guys posted. So what the plan is, just so that you guys know, my goal is to do what I said, like a soft launch. Ideally, I want to see if I can get the first 10 to 15 people in that soft launch. So I'll try to promote it. I'm gonna do a video to promote it. I'll post about it. I'll talk about it in my live because that's what I want to talk about. Some of the benefits, some of the features and benefits here, and then be able to let people know how to apply. Obviously when it comes to an agency, and this is what I'm learning, and I tell you guys I don't gate to keep, so I want you guys to kind of understand the value. It is if an agency is doing what they need to do, they're able to bring information to their creators earlier than the majority of people, so you're able to get information about campaigns and other challenges. You're able to get information about trends because they see it, they know about some of the trends. So the trends that are out there, they're able to give you a data-driven information about your account and what's happening and how you're performing. They should be able to give you some tips and strategies on how to improve, give you some substantive training on how to get better too as a live host. So there's a lot of resources that these agencies are getting. What is happening is that a lot of them are just, you said sense, a lot of them are just focusing on just people just going live and just leaving it at that, like go live, go live. And I think there's a missed opportunity to train people, maybe help people with understanding how to improve their live stream and what are some good um, examples to help them and strategies to help them get better. And then So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm noting, and that's what I think I was not receiving. So I only can use I statements. That's what I'm using. I'm not gonna use other people situations, but that was my experience. And so just recognizing that I'm bringing my experience and how I would want to be treated, how I want to support to this space. So that's what I would do. So I think that's probably you heard a lot of my message, but then I'm going to show you some tangible ways that I'll do it as well. So I'll talk through some of the things that are there for you to receive as an agency. So peeking behind the curtain, I'm kind of like, okay, they got a lot of stuff that they can do, a lot of information that they know, they understand. If you have somebody who really understands the community guidelines and things that you can and shouldn't be doing, that's going to be important too. You said I can't wait. You're so silly. That's the nickname that Luna did put out there. The acronym. Is that what we're going with, Luna? That's what we're gonna go with. That's what we doing, huh? I love it. Thank you so much. So let me say this, Sarah. We're gonna have to talk. So once I submit it, I'll be able to see. Once you apply, I'll be able to see a little bit more to see if there's an issue going on. Um, what I've read so far, there is about 5 or 6 reasons why a person can't join an agency. So I've already seen a little bit of some of the rationale. If account has a violation, they can't join. So that's they have to get through that violation period. So that's part of it. If they're banned, obviously they can't join ever. And then if there is multiple accounts, that's what they call it, multiple accounts. So Sarah, we're gonna talk. We'll talk offline because I know your situation. So we'll talk offline. Your new account may not make you eligible. So that's why I want to say that out loud. So the new account could be something that you're gonna have to we'll have to see. I have to see if that I'll talk let's talk offline. I know you messaged me, so the new account might be questionable, but we'll see what comes back from it. Jill, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. How you doing? Hi, Sunshine. Appreciate your friend. Yes, let me know if we need another Zoom. We might need to jump on just so that I understand. And then maybe after you apply, maybe that's where if it goes through, that's great. If it doesn't, then maybe we need to. Did you hear back? Put that. I know you sent me a message, but did you hear back yet? Let me know if you heard back surrounding your reporting the problem. I am good. How are you? I'm doing well, Jill. Appreciate your friend. Jill, hey, Jill, you got a lot of followers. Well, Jill, you don't have a bio. Is your account private? Let me know if your account is private. I'm going to talk about bios in a second. Do you want both usernames? I don't think I can check in advance. Well, message me. I think, message me. Let me look. I want to wait. I think I want to wait before I actually go nosing around into the system. I don't think I can check in advance though. That's the other thing. I have to see what the process is. So let me learn a little bit more before I say yes. That I can actually check. The way they made it seem is if you could check if you're submitting an application. I think that's how you have to act like you're submitting something. But I don't know if I can check in advance. So let me learn a little bit more before I say that. That's why I said I'm gonna do a soft launch on Thursday so I can really start playing around with the system with real people as opposed to trying to figure out what I need to do. Because they give you like arrows and step by, click this, click that. But again, you can't do anything unless you have a real person. You said they are looking into it. Okay. Okay, well that's good. That's good. I mean that's a response. That's not like no. So so yeah, that's good news. Some kids got my number, so I had to remove some bio stuff. Oh. Some kid has your numbers. Your phone number was in the bio? I hope that wasn't the case. Was it in the bio? Jill. Jill, you gotta but you do need to put some keywords. And if you need to change your username or nickname that shows up with your username, that might help too. You also could change your photo. So you could still operate in kind of an anonymous way. They called me at 2 in the morning and would not stop. Okay. But you didn't have the phone number in the bio. How did they get your information? It wasn't in the bio, was it? We've waited this long. We will wait for Thursday. Look at you, Fred. That's horrible. Yes, take your time, dog. I love it. E-Nurse, how are you, friend? E-Nurse, Okay, so here's you got I got even. What you do? Wait a minute, I'm laughing hard too because I was like, girl, she said I got even. Jill, this had a sinister turn. What just happened? You said this is getting interesting. I heckled them at when they were. Wait a minute, who are these kids? Are these your kids? Are these your own family? Who are we talking about? Jill, Jill, is this happening in your own household? What is happening? You said no. You said some random kids. Who are these kids that you can a group of kids that you like you heckling them like you know them. Who are they? Like what just happened? Oh my gosh, that was funny, Jill. I appreciate you being in here. You were like, Jill, I hope we are friends now, okay? Okay. Jill, what just happened? This room, we every now and then we get people who will come and visit us, and y'all have stories. Y'all have stories. Hey, friends. Y'all have stories. So it ended up being a whole soap opera up in here. I called them FaceTime when they answered. I said, morning sunshine. What in the world? So wait a minute, they had your phone number, and in turn, you had their phone number. Is that what you're essentially saying? Like they didn't. What is it like when you're supposed to be able to block somebody out? Like star 69 them. They didn't star 69 you. You said yes. You said somebody said I looked at Jill's page. What's going on, Jill? Jill, let me know what's going on. Doc just made it behind the scenes. No, I got them good. Jill. Well, Jill, thank you for sharing, friend. So I appreciate you, Jill. I would just say now that you've gotten past that, y'all have gotten even. Go ahead and put some words in your bio. Let's go back to put some words in that bio. Oh my God, that was funny. Jill said, I got even. Look here, you will not get me. OMG. Okay, Jill, you just gave me the laugh of the day. I'm like, oh my gosh, friend. Thank you for sharing, Jill. That's what it's all about. Thank you for the comments. Appreciate your support, friend. We gonna make sure you get your account up to speed. Leave kids behind, Jill. What is it? Glad I made you smile. You made me laugh hard, friend. Thank you so much for that. We sure burned some calories laughing with Jill. Jill just came in and was like, look here, I got even. Oh, that was funny, Jill. You was like, they had my number, I had their number. Good morning, sunshine. Oh, wow, Jill. Oh, my gosh. All right, friends. So, you said yes. Yeah. So, we gonna talk. We gonna make sure. You said happy Thursday, Tuesday. I said Thursday, Tuesday. Bye, Jill. Take care, friend. Take care. So let me. I hope Jill was a real situation. I don't know what that was about, Jill. But thank you, friend. So I was sharing. I was going to talk a little bit about TikTok Shop, just a little bit. You said no, it wasn't a real situation. It wasn't. Miss Darlene, you wouldn't check. You said that's not Dr. Lisa. That was not real. That was not real, was it? I don't think that was real either, y'all. You said I checked. That was not real, huh? People play too much. My stomach's hurting. when Jill started talking, I was like, this is no, this ain't this is not a real situation. But anyway, anyway, oh my gosh, that was funny. But some people on this app is characters. I'm just gonna say that right now. We got some characters on this app. So when y'all when y'all go live, just be careful. As soon as they started talking, I started looking. I don't want to cut her off because I was thinking, I was like, this don't sound right. I was like, this don't sound right. This does not sound right. we sure have some defectors in this group. We do. Oh, between you said I have a story for you. What, Coach Jesse? Coach Jesse, did you just send an invite? You have a story? Okay, but I'm gonna hit accept friend. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Y'all, this is funny. Okay, so continue. You about to keep laughing. I figure since we're laughing anyway, I might as well give you another one to make all of y'all rib hurt. So, you know, sometimes I stroll up and down the street. Right. Well, when we finish live with you, I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish working on my stand store. Da da da. But this girl popped up on my for you page. I was like, oh, she's doing teaching. Let me see what she's teaching about. So of course I do all the things you're supposed to do. You come in the room, you get to daily heart me, all of that, say hello to everybody, blah blah blah. So she was teaching, she was doing good. You know, she's like a real smart girl. Her name is Lala Teachers or something. Oh yeah, I know Lala. Yeah. She's a popular live host. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, that's my first time in her room, right? She's like, a bit eccentric, but yeah, go ahead. She's nice though. Yes, but I was like, okay, so I'm watching, I'm listening, and she was like, had me laughing, you know, da da da. So I'm like, yeah, she's very expressive, and I was like, oh, okay. I was already laughing. No, I mean not. That came out wrong. But anyway, so she was like, well, you guys, you know how when we close out, now I've incorporated doing battles, so we gotta do at least one battle since we are finished. So she was like, we're gonna write down our goals for August. And I was like, okay, this is cool. Mm-hmm. And so she started looking for people to do live with. A couple of people that she pulled up, I don't know what was going on, but it was crazy. So she was like, okay. She was like, oh, no, not them. They kept coming like with two people. Mm. So, and some of them didn't speak English. Right. She thought, okay, I want out. So she finally got out of, she did like two. She was like, this is the last one. If we don't get nobody, y'all, we're just going to forget about it. So I'm like, oh, let me see who she going to get. Y'all ain't ready for this. So two more people popped up. So she was like, because you know who she is, so you know how she talks. Right. She was like, anybody speak English? So the girl at the bottom was like, they were laughing. It was a black guy on the top with dreads and the Spanish girl at the bottom, and they were both laughing. And so she was laughing so hard, she was like, yes, I speak English. She was like, oh, okay, good, because I'm looking at the battle, she was big. So the boy on the top was shaking his head like, yeah. Y'all not ready for this. So he gets up like he about to close the door. Old boy put his butt in the microphone and farted. Oh my God. And it's the lie? No. Let's get close the door. He said he won. He won. Nigga said he won. Forfeit the game. Never would I ever. I told you all these shit that I say. So you know when you somebody fart and she was holding her nose. she's, oh my God, oh my gosh, she is so, she is so, she's,
She said, I smell it too. Oh my God, that thing caught me off guard. I almost choked. I
did, what,
said,
was it staged? Was it staged? Was that
I
staged?
don't think so. I don't think so. Because it was like people, random people. And then I was like, wait, it had no way it was real. I don't get what you say.
It was on stage.
Either way, it was crazy. It was like, did he just put his butt in the camera? Oh my God. And she holding her nose was and I smelled your neck. She was fucking cursing.
He said, sometimes you just wish you could take your heartbeat back. That's what Nika said.
And then when you let her go, she was like, release me, release me.
You said, Trisha said, those random pics are diabolical.
Oh my God, that thing had me in stitches. I said, whether it's real or not, it's disgusting. Because how you just gonna get hurt when they close the door? Like, close the door. And she was like,
She's and she's so funny. She's so her timely. She's witty. She's witty when she says stuff too. I think she has a comedian background if I'm not mistaken. So she's super
well,
funny.
that thing had me on. I was not ready for what I found down the street. I said, wait, what? I mean, when I was, she was so, because she's so dramatic and so, and the way she grabbed her nose, it was like she really smelled it, and like she was fanning.
That's what I said. She's funny. Miss Darlene said, Miss Darlene said, what? You said, this was a bad investment. Get your money back. You know, like, get your heartbeat money
I
back.
want my heartbeat. I want out this room. It was like 400 people in that room. She got a lot of people in there.
And
I
they
said,
had that.
well, I'm gonna go back and see what happened tomorrow. Guess what? My 150. I'm going
You keep
back.
coming back.
What's your schedule?
You,
I'm going
you,
back just
you
for
gonna
the
keep
cover.
coming back for getting farted on the screen. Wait a minute, what you trying to say?
We know what story I had for. I keep y'all posted, but that thing caught me off guard. I said, well, since they already laughing, they might as well hear what happened down the street.
Oh, I
That thing
love
was
that.
crazy, but that day out here in these TikTok streets, anything can happen,
That is true.
including letting go, I guess letting it rip. I don't know.
Woo.
But that was it. I think I was laughing at Jill. You can laugh at this too.
All right.
Laughter is good for the soul,
It
y'all.
is. It is.
So, all right,
All
let's
right.
carry on, Doc.
All right. Appreciate you, friend. Bye bye. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes, these streets. These streets. These streets. You get all types. The TikTok streets is like the regular streets, y'all. Just beware. Beware. Well, it's funny because that was a daytime live you went to. That wasn't even an evening live. So I was about to say be careful going out at night, but no, that you gotta be careful in the daytime nowadays. Oh my gosh. You said I love the community. You just gotta be careful no matter if it's day, night, mid afternoon, whatever. So just be careful, y'all. Just be careful. But no, it's good. If you do get a chance, I've seen her live a few times. I caught her doing the community fest, so that's how I saw her. She showed up on my feed, and just so happened during the community fest. I don't know if you remember hearing Jamie Lee. Jamie Lee said they're in the same agency. So if you look at her, she I think I can't remember her name. Lala Teach, maybe that's it. Teaches. She is she's a pretty high number. She's a high follower count. I think maybe in the 100,000s, 500,000. She's like super high in that way. So we're not talking about somebody who's like, she's over, I know over 100,000. So yeah, so she's been in these streets for a while, and if I understood her story correctly, she was on some other platforms, and she would do these funny videos, dance videos, and do some other little things that she was doing that was kind of creative type things, but they were all in comedy. They were like these comedy videos, parody type things. I guess that's what it was. And so she would do that, and then she transitioned to a little bit more um, informative, educational type content. So I think that's what she's doing now. And she always, if I recall her story correctly, she always wanted to do that, but people remember her for the comedy things she would do, the comedic things that she would do. And so now she's trying to make this transition to a little bit more substantive stuff that she's doing, as opposed to just sticking to the comedy stuff. So, but yeah, so she's really, like I said, she's timely. She's very funny and witty. So the times I've been in her room, I've seen that. I saw that too. So it was just for like the community fest stuff that she was doing. She was doing, I think she had a variety of times. So I caught her at a random time. I don't know if that was her regular schedule. So maybe it was because of community fest. She had done some stuff that wasn't her normal schedule. I'm not sure. Thank you all. Thank you for the shares, Miss Darlene. Appreciate you all. Thank you all. We had a good time laughing just now, y'all. So you said I'm a fan. Yeah, she's good. She's good people. She's definitely good people. I like the way she operates. Um, what was I about to say? I was going to share just a little bit of insight. So I was going to talk a little bit about violations, just so that that is something that's shared, and I'm in that particular module area. So I'm kind of looking at the community guidelines and stuff like that. So I'm gonna I don't want to share too much because I need to go back and review some things. You're doing eyeballs. So yeah, there is definitely content bans that can happen in terms of your live stream, the content you're sharing. So that's the one that I want to kind of do a deeper dive in. I just started looking at that section. So I don't want to talk too much on it right now because I don't know if I have as much substance to say beyond just making sure that you're mindful of how you stay within the community guidelines. So as an agency, I want to make sure I bring that to the forefront because I want to make sure people, when you're going live, you understand here are the things that can get your account in trouble. So for example, I'm going to switch to, again, I'm going to talk about my own self. You know, I told you guys I had that violation on my TikTok shop video. And here's what I learned because I actually just had to do the little violation class for it. As we know, there's words that you should not say. There's clearly words you can't say or you shouldn't say. So you just got to be careful about how you say things. One of the words, especially with the supplements and with the health products, is the word cure, the word prevent, the word relieve. Those three words are no words. And it's clear as day when you read the policy because it says these words pretty much it pretty much states claims that are not always the case for people. You know, unrealistic claims. That's the way they phrase it. So you just got to be careful when you're doing content and you're using those type of words. How you doing, rock and roll, mama? And so that got me in trouble, and I kind of knew it. I don't know if you guys recall me saying like, you know what? I think I used the wrong word. Well, when I did the course, I was like, sure enough. But they still never said I used the wrong word. That's the problem with it. You said repeat those, taking notes. You said repeat those words. Cure, prevent, relieve. There's some other things like alleviate. There was some additional words that they had later in the write-up. But recognizing that there's clearly words that you should not use. How you doing, Mickey? There's words that you clearly shouldn't use when you're doing the health supplements. And so being mindful of the verbiage you use. And that's the biggest thing. And that from a TikTok shop, you got to be careful. Now, when we talk about going live, that's why I want to kind of do a little bit deeper dive in terms of content to see if there are clear words that are not to be said and not to be discussed. And just knowing that that's something where people often are it's kind of ambiguous and you don't know. But I want to look and see if there is very, very specific things that you got to pay attention to. Okay. Thank you so much. Um, thank you so much. E-Nurse, you came in, friend. How you doing? Hi, Diamond. How you doing, friend? E-Nurse, I'm about to say something. I still need to find out definitively, okay? I think I'm 99% certain that business accounts cannot be brought under a creator network program because business accounts are not creators. That's the difference. You're not, essentially as a business account, you are a business. And so, for example, I shared the story earlier where they switched me to business to link my account to the backing system for the agency. And when what they with that link, they changed my account to a business account. So now I don't see, when you know how when you press that plus mark, you see post, create, live. I don't have create no more. I just have post and live. So then it got me to thinking. I was like, oh, and I knew that. I don't know why I was thinking otherwise, but essentially, when you are a creator, you are eligible for like the creator rewards program, TikTok Shop for Creator. This is the Creator Network program. So these are for creators. I don't think businesses can participate in this program. So I need to confirm that. I haven't seen it written anywhere, but I think by nature of the program, it is not for businesses. So he said, okay, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much. How you doing, Diamond? So I appreciate you checking in, friend. Yes, thank you. I'm doing well. So I think that's my understanding. I need to see if I can get something in writing that says that, but I haven't come across it yet. But am making the assumption that that's not something that they open up to businesses. They are for creators only those personal accounts. So if people want to participate in this, they would have to switch to personal as an option, and then obviously you would lose the business features. But it just depends on what your business is all about too. So it just depends on if it's feasible for you to be a personal account and still communicate and add value to your audience without having maybe products or services that are needed for the business platform or utilizing the business resources. Um, Hello, Bello Wello. How are you, friend? So yeah, so just keep that in mind. Sometimes you those resources are in there for you, and I don't know if you're using them all. So if it's not something that you really um, are taking advantage of, then it may not be necessary to be a business account. But if it is something that you actively use, and you have products and services that are on maybe the TikTok shop, and you have your seller page and stuff like that, utilizing, then yeah, you would lose all that. So you wouldn't want to change it. All right, friends. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna stay on maybe another 15 minutes or so, just so I can go a solid hour. I'm trying to get everything set up so when I say Thursday I can launch, I'll have it all set up in the system so I can actually do it. And I've done some kind of troubleshooting on what I need to do. He said, I'm well, thanks. Appreciate your friend. So yeah, I can do some troubleshooting on what I need to do to kind of make sure my when I go in and add people. Like I said, I'm trying to launch on Thursday with the thinking not everybody can participate, will be able to participate. So I want to make sure I have as many people early on kind of go through the process so that we can I can troubleshoot and figure out what's going on and try to answer questions. Yes, I got approved, friend. I got approved. Yep. So I said earlier, I'm official. I'm officially it. So it's linked in here. Look at you, friend. Thank you so much. Love it again. Yeah, so it's officially linked. Thank you so much. Um, and so on my home screen, I am a live creator network, and so over the next couple days, what's today? Tuesday. I forget what day it is. Tuesday. Yes. Congratulations. Thank you. So Tuesday. So tomorrow I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk a little bit more. I'm gonna try my best to have. I'm gonna have some content that I post in the morning about it being an agency. I'm just trying to make sure I get some things covered tonight and hopefully tomorrow. And then Thursday I'm gonna do what I call a soft launch, because I'll make the link active. I'll bring the link in here for people to sign up really quickly. and then Friday I'm gonna promote real hard. So in whatever video I put out there, I'll probably say Friday's the official launch, but letting y'all know it's actually gonna be Thursday. So yes, congratulations on your upcoming launch. Look at you, friend. So just as a heads up, so if you guys really want to do it, what I am saying is that you want to make sure if you can go live at least 3 days a week. So that's going to be part of the request for you to go live at least 3 days a week and at least an hour each of those three times, at least for an hour, just so you can start getting the system rhyme. I want to be able to make sure, and so this is kind of where I'm like reading the notes, kind of seeing what's some of the best strategies, some of the best practices. I want to make sure people are going to see real time, realized success over time. So it may take a little longer if you're doing 3 days a week. Obviously, I always tell you if you go daily, if you're showing the algorithm, I'm here, I'm showing up, I'm connecting. Obviously, things will move faster for you and you'll realize some of those results a little sooner. But I think 3 days is probably the minimum that you want to kind of look at to say, okay, let me show up, let me be consistent, and people know when to expect me. And then, beyond that, it's just going to be helping the algorithm kind of push you out there a little bit more. There's some other things that I'll share, but I think that's the first thing I want people to do, kind of that self-evaluation. Like, what am I trying to do here? What am I looking to achieve? If I really do want to make this passive where I'm making, people are making anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 based on engagement and how people are supporting them and their subscriptions and other resources and value that they're offering. So how do you do that in a real way? Part of that's just you being consistent and then having an engagement room. Nettie, how are you? Thank you so much, Miss Treetop. So that's the thing that you have to kind of tell yourself, like, what's my goals? What am I trying to do? And if it's not, obviously maybe that's not your overall goal to make that much, but it's like, okay, you know what, passive is good at $200-$300, whatever the case may be. So how do you do that and be successful? Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all. So we will so yeah, we'll continue to talk about that too. And then, like I said, I'm gonna do the soft launch on Thursday. I'll put something out tomorrow. I want to do a sub only live for my subscribers, so I'm gonna put that out tonight to let people know I'm doing a sub only live tomorrow. I am putting my um, launch your income chat on IG. I'm gonna put a meeting for Sunday for those people. So that's a meeting that we'll have and we'll talk about just, obviously I want to share a little bit more with them. I'll probably put a message out to the chat too so that they know Thursday is going to happen. And then anybody who wants to participate, like I said, early the better. Obviously, if you are with an agency, I cannot tell you to leave an agency, okay? You did not hear that from me. That is your own decision. That's your personal choice. You need to make a choice for you that's best for you. Because TikTok's very funny about, how you're communicating about other agencies. So when I talk, I'm only going to talk about myself and what I would do in terms of what I did and how I thought about it. But essentially you can't go to a new agency for 60 days. Essentially you have to give a notice, 30-day notice, and then you have to wait 2 months before you can go to an agency. So nobody can touch you for that cooling down period. Okay, so I tell that to people too, just so you know, kind of manage your expectations. That's something that you have to be prepared to kind of go through that transition phase before you can go somewhere else. And so yeah, that's what's going on there. And then we'll talk about some of the campaigns that are out there, and then how you can benefit from those campaigns too. Thank you all. Appreciate you all. Let's see. Any questions specifically that you guys want me to cover? Let me know if there's a question that you got real quick before I head out. I know I was going to talk real quick about ad codes. There was a person who reached out to me earlier. How you doing, Dorothea? Appreciate you, friend. There was a person who reached out to me earlier in my inbox, and she was asking about ad codes. I was teasing when I first came on because I was like, people are listening to you, whether you think they aren't, they are listening. And so this is the person, she's like, I was listening to your live, but I didn't say anything. So she started. I thought it was cute. I was like, okay, she was listening but didn't say anything. And she said, I had a question about something you shared about ad codes. And she wanted clarity on it. So I explained it to her. But Just recognizing you never know who's listening, who has questions, who wants to connect with you. So I contacted the agent and started the process, but it never went anywhere. Am I still free? Where you would go check, here's where you would go check. Because if they linked you to an agency, you would see it. On your, and this might be something that everybody in the room needs to check just to make sure you know if you're with a creator network agency. Okay, so creator network agencies are different than TikTok shop agency. That's a different place to check. So let me know if anybody in the room needs to check the TikTok shop side. But creator network agencies, which is what I am, you would go to your live center, the main live home screen, and then you would check. Actually, I'll show it to you guys. I'll show it to you. You would check. Um, you would check under the live home center. You would scroll down to creator networks. There's a box for that. And if you are linked to a creator agency, it will be there. It would show you who you're linked to. And so if you are not, then you should be fine. So let me go to my, I'm gonna go to my shop page so you can guys see that. So I'm gonna go to my shop page. Let me make sure I ain't connected with nobody first. I shouldn't be. So let me make sure before I say something. Okay, so here, let me show you. So this is my home page. And so you're gonna go to TikTok Studio. On TikTok, press the wrong button. On TikTok Studio. I don't know, it keeps pressing my videos. Okay, so on TikTok Studio, you'll see where it says tools, and you'll say live. This is the live home center. It's the live home center. So you scroll up. Under the live home center, there is here, it says tools and resources, that area here. You see that arrow at the top? Click that arrow, and it shows you all the tools and resources. There's one down here that says join creator network. And it should look like this, meaning that you don't have an agency you're with. Okay? So if you are not here, if you do have something here, it will say quite clearly what agency you're linked to. Okay, I'm about to go check. Yeah, it'll tell you very clearly what agency you're with. So that's where you find out if you're linked with somebody. And so this is where you go to unlink as well, but this is where you go to link. So then it says view how to join. Let me click. If I click that, what happens? So it kind of walks you through the process. Now, what I will send you, what I'm going to make active is the application for the agency. It's not actually, it doesn't take you here. It's almost like a pre-screening when you think about it. So what you'll see when you go to someone's website to join their agency, if you go to someone's now, like mine isn't active. I don't have it posted yet, so you don't see it. Nobody knows it exists but me. So I actually have to take the link and copy it. And I can copy it in here so that it becomes something that you can click to in the live if people are interested in it. Or I can click it, I can put it on my page where it's part of a website link, and I can put it there, which is what I'm going to do. So when you click it, it's going to ask you to submit, and then you would submit to participate in the agency. And then you have to be evaluated first, and then I would send you the official invitation, and you have like 7 days to accept that. And if you don't accept it, then it expires. So you want to accept it sooner than later, because if anything happens during that time, you're still going live. You don't have the agency to support. So you want to make sure you have that underway. Okay. So yeah, but that's where you would go to check if you are linked to somebody. Hey Doc, how you doing, Eugene? So yeah, you want to go there to join under your live center, join a network, and it's a year. I have to go back and look now. It should be a year because my contract's a year. It's not my year. My contract's not beyond a year. So it depends, though. I think it depends on the agency. So, for example, when I was with the other agency, it was 3 years. That was a 3-year contract. So I would imagine that they had it that way. they had that extension. I don't know if it's always for every agency a 3-year contract when it comes to the creators. I find that to be weird if it is, but you never know if that agency, you know, if the contract will be extended. I don't know how that works. So I have to look into that and see if it does say it's always 3 years, or was that just because it was that agency. Okay. So yeah, those are some of the nuances. That's why I set up the soft launcher helped me see how it's set up too. Just a little bit more in terms of the verbiage that's put out there. I thought you could drop at any time. No, not for the Creator Network program. That's the difference between the TikTok shop. TikTok shop, you could drop at any time. Creator Network program, you are committing for a period of time. And let me explain that. 20 likes. Oh, thank you. I just noticed that too. Appreciate you all. Let me explain why that is the case. Because, and that's why that cooling down period happens too. Um, the thinking is that the agency is part of your growth strategy, and TikTok is pretty much investing in the agency to support you, because you get your money doesn't get impacted. Your diamonds is your diamonds you collect. TikTok is pretty much giving an allocation of their um, money, because I told you TikTok gets a percentage. So they're taking their percentage and giving it to the agency. And so what they've done mathematically is said, okay, well, as this person grows, it's almost like they've, you know, obviously looked at the person's growth potential and how that factors into them going live, and how frequently they go live is going to determine how much they will split or divide up things with the agency to support that person's growth. Well, if that person doesn't stay long with the agency, then they're like, oh, well, that's not right. That because we planned on the agency supporting a lot longer than that. And so I think that's part of the mathematics that's happening behind the scenes. And so TikTok is saying, okay, well, the thinking is that you're going to be with this agency for X amount of time, and over this time, you're going to grow as a live host. I gave the example earlier. The flip side of this is if you are someone who's already grown quite a bit, you've collected so many diamonds, you've done well, whether you were with an agency or not, you've done pretty well. TikTok says, well, wait a minute, this person has to get special permission to go to an agency because they don't necessarily need the same support and guidance as a new live host would need. And so they actually don't automatically approve those people. There has to be a special request for those people. And then there's some people who just can't do it at all. There's like, okay, you're good, you're fine, you don't need no help, you don't need agency. And so there's those situations too. So just know it's based on your growth and development. That's why agencies are there. So a lot of it is built on training, and a lot of it is built on that agency being kind of another resource to you to help you understand how to take advantage of campaigns or some of the challenges that are out there, or even get you additional training so that you can connect with your audience. So let me know if there's questions though, friends. I appreciate you. Um, any other questions? Is there a number of diamonds that puts you under not eligible? Yep. And need a special approval. Yes, there's a number. um, I don't want to say the wrong number. I don't want to say the wrong number, but it is. I don't want to say the wrong number because I got multiple numbers in my head, so I may say the wrong numbers. But I want to say it's like 500,000 diamonds or 1,000,000 diamonds, something like that. There is a number though, so I have to go back and look and see what makes you have to. And it's like how much you've made over the last few months too. So it's like in the last month versus over the course of 5 months too. So there's like this whole factor. So if you fall into that range, you have to get a special request. But it is based on the diamond count. That's why I said, for me, I think I fall. You said, okay, thank you. Because I think I fall in that number where I would have to get a special request, or I might not even be eligible because I think over the course of what I made early on would probably disqualify me. Not that I've made that in the last few months, but what I've made previously probably would disqualify me. So I would have to probably get a special request. Um, did you check? Did you come back and say you had it or no? Natty, what happened? Was it blank? Or are you connected with somebody? Um, let's see. Any other questions, friends? Let me know if there's any other questions. I checked. I'm good. Okay, friend. Look at you. Yeah, so that's good. So yeah, definitely check your status. You always want to check your status, see. And then, like I said, I cannot be one that's going to be like, oh, well, here's what you need to do and leave, and I can't do that. So, and honestly, I'm not going to do that. I think this is very much a personal decision, and so that's why I start off with like, you know what? At the end of the day, you got to decide if you want to do this. Not everybody is committed to the process. Not everybody wants to engage in this way. So I get that, and if you are somebody who wants to do it at a rate that you want to just kind of feel it out for a little bit, you could do that as well. So that's totally fine. Um, all right, friends. Let me know if there's any last minute questions. I'm gonna get back to some homework. I'm gonna come back. Like I said, I went live on purpose for an hour. I never know I'm good. He said you never did anything. He said I'm good. You never connected with anybody. He said I'm good. Yeah, there's agencies. I mean, they'll reach out to you. It's funny if I don't know what I look like in the system. I'm gonna have to check myself and see if I can. But I was on the cooling down period until August 1st. So I wonder now that I'm linked, it probably would not let me see. I'm linked because I linked my primary account. So if I did what I talked about earlier, if I created a new account and linked that, then maybe it would have been different and they would have seen this account as eligible potentially. I'm not sure. Uh, how do you know how many diamonds you have? Is it the level like A2? Joined anything? You never joined anything. Okay, Five Island. It's under monetization. If you go, it's several clicks in. It's like 3 or 4 clicks in. But if you go under monetization, there is a number that shows you how much you've earned. And under that, it'll show how many diamonds that represents. That's the place I've seen in terms of a comprehensive place to go look at. Yeah, I don't even see it on the live side. It's on the live side. It shows like 7 days, 28 days. I haven't seen it where it breaks it down in totality. The only place I've seen it was on that monetization where it breaks it down, and you can see how many diamonds you've collected that way. Yeah, so. All right, friends, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all in the room. Thank you for supporting. Like I said, tomorrow will be a day where I have a little bit more information out there. I'll do a video, I'm going to talk, and then Thursday I'm going to do the soft launch, and I'll put that here. I'll bring it into the live for you all. I'll post it on my page I'll probably post it on my page effective on Friday because that'll be the official launch. So that's when people can go and actually click, whoever wants to click to it. But if you come to my live on Thursday, then you should be able to get access to it. Thursday and the 10 a.m. and the 4 p.m. I'll post it here. So that'll be where I actually talk about it and share it with people. And I'll talk a little bit more Friday as well. I mean, tomorrow as well. So, every day I'm going through training. So there's a lot of information to absorb. And I just got to make sure I get through it. And then as you guys know, I love the questions because now I need to make sure I anticipate some of these questions too. So that I'm talking and I'm getting as much out as possible. I'm going to check that out. Okay. So yeah, so as I'm talking and you guys are asking questions and stuff, I'll know what to make sure I'm able to have as much information as possible. Okay. All right. Take care, friends. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. I'm gonna see y'all. Rhonda, I'm leaving. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Have a good night. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, my YouTube friends. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all supporting the live. And I'm going to be back tomorrow at 10. Like I said, I'm taking one day at a time, taking in information, learning a lot, and wanting to support. So I appreciate you all. Take care. Bye-bye.